What's up, sunshine? Welcome to my channel. So thank you so much for my subbies. Thank you for the love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your continuous love on my channel. I love you so much and I feel the love, and I know I also show you your love on your channels if you are a YouTuber also, but you know the love that you show me is too much. So God bless you, and just know that I see it and I value it and I appreciate it so much. So today we are going to continue with our fasting series, and we are going to talk about what to do when you want to break your fast. How do you break your fast? Especially if you have been on a long fast, more than a day. You have not eaten for 2 days. How do you break that fast? And so maybe you have fasted for 2 days or 3 and you want to know how to break a fast. All right, it's not rocket science. At the same time, it is not a joke. You don't just go into food like that after fasting, because you might end up injuring yourself. You might end up killing yourself. You might end up in the hospital. And then, especially if your relatives have been against it and your close friends have been against your fasting, you know, they might blame it on the fasting. They might blame it on your choice to fast. So make sure you don't get to that point. Make sure you are careful when you're fasting and you're careful when you break the fast. So the first thing you need to do is, if you're fasted for today, the next day you have also fasted up to the end of the day, just make sure that when you want to break it, you want to start eating, you don't get full into food. Don't go all in. Don't just get some big fat cake and, you know, some big fat whatever. Just don't eat a large portions of food at the beginning. Make sure you start small. And I want to give you a few things or a few types of food that you can use to break your fast before you can go into physical and large portions of food. Because when you go into large portions of food and your body has not been receiving food for the last 2 days, your body will reject that food and you might end up vomiting. You can get sick, you can be hospitalized. So make sure you don't get to that point. Don't get into eating large portions of food. That is the advice 001. Make sure you don't eat large portions of food if you have not eaten for the last 2 days. And actually this is common sense, because at times when you don't take lunch and then you get home and you start eating a huge portion of food very fast, greedily, my friend, you always, you know, get a rejection of food in your body and you can vomit, you can feel sick, you can feel awkward for some time. So make sure when you stay without food for some time, for a whole day, for 2 days, for 3 days, there's a way you break that fast. And the first thing is, you don't get into large portions of food. The first thing you can decide to do is get a salad. All right, you can just get a plate of salad and you take it with some soup. All right, with just, you know, a very small portion of, you know, a very small portion of bun with some soup, or you can take a salad. So that is the first thing you can do. The second is a roasted potato. You can just get a roasted potato, has less sugar or no sugar, I mean salt. A roasted potato has less salt and a roasted potato has low fat. So what you want to minimize is fat, salt and sugar. The portion that you're taking immediately you break that fast, you want to minimize it. So a roasted potato is a good way to break your fast. The next thing you can take is a steamed vegetable. You can just take your vegetables, you steam them with a little water and salt, and then you take. That is a good way to introduce your stomach to the food that you have not eaten for some time. The next thing you can take are fluids. You can just take a cup of juice. You can take especially fresh juice, and you can take maybe, you know, the refined juices from the supermarket. and you can just make some warm tea. You don't take hot tea, some warm tea with less sugar. And I've also said you can take some soup and just a small bun. All right, so you need to start small. And our main thing that we are trying to avoid when you're breaking a fast is 1, large portions of food, 2 is excess salt, 3 is excess sugar, and 4 is large portion of fats. So make sure you observe that. When you've not eaten for some time, don't just go all in. Make sure you follow these instructions so that your body doesn't reject that food and take you to a point that you didn't want to go. You realize that after fasting, someone is sick. The only problem could be how they broke that fast. They didn't follow the right instructions. And after you've taken a salad, you've taken some soup, or you've taken some steamed vegetables, or you've taken, the soup and the bun, something little like that, you stay for some time. And the whites, or maybe if you're a white person and you're watching they practiced it so well. When they have not eaten for some time, they take the salad, then they stay for an hour or 2 before they go into the main meal. So that is just it. That is what we are talking about in this video, is when you stay for some time without food. If you are fasting for the sake of spiritual purpose, or even if it is physical purposes, you have not eaten for some time, just don't go all in food. Make sure you take some salad, or you take a soup, or steamed vegetables, some fruits, fast, and then you stay for 1 or 2 hours. Then now you can eat something that you like. And make sure you also take a lot of water. A lot of water will actually rejuvenate you. You'll realize that when you drink a lot of water, you find strength. You even forget that you are actually fasting. So water is actually very good for you when you break your fast. You take large portion of water and little portion of food, of the salad and the soups and the vegetables fast, and then you wait for some time before taking the main meal. And after that, your body has now been introduced to food in a very kind way. Now you can go all in, eat your favorites, eat the food that you've not eaten for some time, and you'll feel so good after fasting. And then you eat something that you love, a plate of rice, a plate of potatoes, a plate of chips. When you eat it at that point, you feel the taste is even different, because most of the time you just eat because it is lunchtime, it is breakfast, it is supper, it is dinner. But when you eat because the body has not eaten for some time, the body welcomes it in a different way, and you feel the taste of food. You feel how beautiful food is. It is not just something you eat because you are feeling hungry. It is something that you need to eat and feel the taste in you. All the taste buds have been relaxed. They have not been eating for some time. And so when you introduce salt to salt, sugar to sugar, fats to fats, and you feel the taste is actually very different. Your body feels good, and now there's a way food feels in your body. It doesn't feel like, you don't feel heavy after eating, you don't feel tired after eating, but you feel rejuvenated. So God bless you so much. Make sure you observe those instructions when you are breaking your fast, and make sure you try fasting. If you have not fasted before, please try. Start small, and make sure you leave a comment section below if you have tried fasting ever since I started talking about fasting. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you have felt for the few days that you have done it. Has it been good? What are the results? So make sure you leave such a comment on the comment section below. Otherwise, God bless you so much. See you again next time. Bye.